Hello my friends, we have some of the interesting news for today. You see this Russian strategic bomber Tupolev 95, it is in lack of the wing at least, and maybe it was shrapnelled. And I guess you already know what happened in that airfield. Ukraine performed one more big strike on Angels, and not just the airplane was hit, but also some part of the airfield infrastructure. I think around 1 month ago I showed you this satellite image of Tupolev 95 without a tail. It seems like it was a Lizard 95. Back then, by striking Angels, Ukraine cancelled the Russian aerial attack on Ukraine, which was apt to happen. And today probably it was the same scenario. And here it was the strike of Ukraine filmed early morning. Some of the smoke is coming, it was the ground kaboom, and the Russian air defense deployed didn't really help. Well, apparently that Russian Tupolev 95 that was kaboomed today was used for the training purposes for the Russian pilots and Russian technicians. The main Russian strategic aviation fleet is not located in Angels any longer. They're being displaced to Ukrainka airfield really far away from Angels and from Ukraine. But if Russia prepares some of the new attack, usually they send some of the bombers to Angels just for one night. They're being reloaded there, refueled, and launched the cruise missiles on Ukraine. As you might remember, a couple of years ago, Russia lost many of Tupolev 95 strategic bombers, also Tupolev Tu-22M3 and lots of other airplanes. The problem for the Russian military that they still rely on those ancient airplanes. Russians cannot produce strategic bombers any longer, so every loss of the unit is basically irreversible, and it applies to the entire Russian strategic aviation fleet. Yeah, I recall this stuff. It was a really hot video to watch, and it's the shame for the Russian, I would say in general, security, air defense, and Ukraine performed this operation almost perfectly. The problem that the truck that was going to Ukrainka with those drones, it went on fire, so all of the drones were destroyed. But the Russian aviation struggles not just with the airplanes. We have the information about Kaboomed that happened in St. Petersburg with this Russian, I guess, colonel? Major Sergei Sychkov, who was the commander of the Russian helicopter group, and they took part in the assault against Ukraine since even 2022. Well, Russian pilots, you are not safe. Even in St. Petersburg, if needed, you are being reached by someone, And the similar stuff happened to this guy, Andrei Viktorovich Moisenko, who is a lieutenant colonel, senior officer of Operational Directorate of Headquarters of the 41st Combined Arms Army. He was kaputted just a couple of days ago as the result of the Storm Shadow and Scalp cruise missiles visit to his headquarters. Sometimes, even without invitation, Ukraine may send some of the presents. Well, Russia was so angry that it started to accuse our partners, like United Kingdom, of participating in the war on the Ukrainian side and fighting against the Russian army directly. Well, nothing is wrong about it, but it's just a hoax. Our partners, they're just out there to help Ukraine with military. Sometimes. Russia went completely mad because it loses its officers. And guys, it's the ground news day, because here I'm for the second time saying about the ground news, which is the partner and sponsor of this channel. They're awesome. I was subscribed for the ground news even before our collaboration, and they have the dedicated chapter for the war in Ukraine. What? I haven't checked this one before. Italy's Crosetta appoints Fedorov as Defense Innovation Advisor. Aha, so he took the proposal. Will he leave Ukraine in this case? And why not to work in Palantir, for example? Well, maybe Italy is kind of close. So overall, 85 of the news agencies or news sources reported about the stuff. Yeah, of course, I'll check more information about this one. Medusa, for example, Russian opposition source. And yeah, Fedorov even said about it himself. We have, you see, the reference to his own media. And all it comes from the ground news aggregator, this main media source. So it gives you all of the details right away. You may cross-check it with original. And what Fedorov says here, for example, here he says that he'll continue to work in Ukraine. So 2 jobs, working hard on 2 jobs. Well, I'm not sure about the political future of Fedorov, but yeah, we'll see. As for the president's ambitions, I don't think that people might elect him in Ukraine. but he's a talented guy, so I wish him well. And you see, those news are just right away available on ground news, so it helps you to get updated about all of the information coming from all around the world. So guys, I recommend you to check out my personal link. It's grow.news/Dennis, which you may find in the video description right below, or scan the QR code available on the screen. With my link, you will have 40% of discount, and I recommend to join the Vantage plan that I use to have the access to all of the features of the ground news platform, where you obtain not just the news, but you are capable to compare and choose the proper article what you would like to read based on your own personal preferences. And my advice is to check out several of the sources relative to one topic, one news, because media platforms, they're biased after all. Ground News, thank you so much for sponsoring this channel, and guys, thank you for clicking the links of the Ground News, and that's how you support the job that I do here. Thank you so much, and let's continue. Also this morning, some of the Ukrainian drones have visited Yaroslavsky refinery. Refinery stopped its operation completely because of the several of the fire origins in the place. The refinery needs maintenance, as most of the refineries in Russia. And in this case, Russia also needs some time to apply new logistics to deliver fuel from refineries which are located far away. Mostly in Russia there are the shortages with the fuel because of that. Russia still is capable to produce enough fuel for its own customers. The problem goes with delivery. Ducky lip Russian girls. Well, this one is combo. She has a tattoo with a lion in the crown. Okay. And she complains about the fuel shortage in Moscow. And she was capable to find some of the fuel, but it is really expensive. Again, it all goes for the delivery issues. Well guys, there are also not so good news for Ukraine. On this channel I'm saying about the situation as it is, because not just Ukraine performs those long-range strikes, but also they're coming from the Russian Federation. And today it was definitely outstanding. I mean, really precise Russian strike on the Ukrainian huge munition storage, which is located on the way from Kiev to Zhytomyr, kind of close to the highway. And just look at this. This is a huge military munition storage. Nothing may explode with those traces. And the secondary kabooms, they're happening. So, yeah, this is not so good situation. The fire spread all around the place. It looks very similar to the Russian strike that happened 2 months ago in Kiev city, or close to Kiev, where there was one more munition storage. From what we know, some of the rocket engines and drones were stored there. Here we don't have the information, but it is a very big storage. Yeah, for sure it's not the ordinary warehouse. Just look at this. Secondary detonation is happening. Yeah, this is for sure military. With all of those traces. Yeah, I know not the precise location, but I know the place. And here is the traffic jam. The highway has been blocked, so there is no movement. And actually this highway is the main road that connects, for example, eastern Ukraine and western one. Also capital city of Kiev. It goes through Kiev. Yeah, lots of the fire trucks, they're moving to the place to eliminate the fire, but it looks like, judging on the explosion, it's too late. What they might try to do is to secure the perimeter from spreading fire. Yeah, it's crazy what is happening there, and Russians have already reported about the use of Geran 4 jet drones and also Banderol drones. So you see, sometimes ballistic missiles, they're not needed for those kind of the strikes, because it's very hard to intercept the Russian Geran 4 jet drones or Banderols. So this is the capital city of Kiev, and the strike happened somewhere here in this direction, Mila. It's early to say about the particular building, but it is very close to the highway. We may see it from this video, yeah? So the highway and kaboom, well, maybe not more than a kilometer away, could be less. Maybe those buildings were used as munition storages, and sadly the information went to the Russian side. Russians also have their own spies in Ukraine, including Ukrainian military, sadly, but it's like that. And I would say that Russians with those long-range strikes, they're getting more precise, and it's very hard to intercept their projectiles, whether those are ballistic missiles or jet drones. Yeah, it's very, very close to the highway. The fire spreads there. Yeah, the situation is terrible. Yeah, so this is munition storage. You see it yourself. Meanwhile, Russians are making more varieties of their jet missiles. Like, for example, this is Dan-T, some of the missile which is very cheap in production, and potentially Russians might mass produce those. It carries more than 114 kilograms of the payload. That's a lot, up to 150 they say. The maximum speed is 650, so it's like banderole, maybe a little bit faster, and the range is 500 kilometers. So because Ukrainian drone interceptors were applied massively, Russia is looking for alternates, mostly jet-powered missiles, drones, to hit Ukraine really hard, especially this winter. Yeah, I used to go to that shop. This is Fozy in Vishneve, Kiev Oblast. It was hit just today by Russian projectile, maybe Russian Shahed drone or something like that. Also, they hit the storage of Fozy, they hit lots of the infrastructure, and there is the lack of some of the products already in Ukraine. And Russians themselves, they're publishing the videos of how they eliminate. Those are not oil tanks. They write it elevator. Elevator, it means the places where the grains are being stored. So those tanks are for grains. The grains are being delivered by those pipes. So this is what Russia does. It causes blackouts in Ukraine. It causes the hunger. This is what Soviets done in 30s. Well, now I hope with the help of logistics there will be food supplies for Ukraine from our partners, our allies, including our neighbor Poland. They have developed agriculture. Well, Ukraine also has. I'm sure that there will be no famine. But the fact is the fact. Russia aims towards Ukrainian food. And this is in Pavlograd. Some of the mall went on fire. Russia hit it. And Russian officials, including a speaker of the Russian parliament, Tolstoy, say that Russia should bomb Ukrainian cities to demoralize Ukrainian population and force Ukrainians to surrender to the Russian army. Well, you know, if before Russians were saying that they're liberating Ukrainians, that Ukrainians are brothers of Russia, but they were misled and something like that, now they openly admit that they want genocide. It's like that, guys. Russia is the terrorist state. Yeah, Caravan Mall was hit in Kharkiv. We have this blurred a little bit image, but we know already the location. So actually Russia hits more of the Ukrainian infrastructure compared to Ukrainian long-range strikes on Russian refineries, Russian wildberries. Russia causes more damages. According to analysts, around 90% of the entire Ukrainian warehouses and infrastructure in the central regions of Ukraine or eastern ones were hit. Some of the infrastructure was destroyed, some damaged. The situation is not great, guys, but the only plus we have that the cooperation with our allies continues, and so far Russia hesitates to strike NATO countries. Epicenter Mall in Zaporizhia. You see what happened to it. Yeah, I think that most of the epicenter malls, they're been hit. Well, Ukraine also strikes back on some of the Russian infrastructure in occupied territory. Magyar published the new compilation of the videos. Luhansk Oblast, Kherson region, occupied territories, Donetsk Oblast, and so on. Ukraine continues its operations precisely, but unfortunately Russia has many more resources, and from what I see, Russia now has several of the jet drones which it tests in Ukraine and might upscale the production of the most successful unit. Or let's say the type of the drone, so the difference between Russian long-range strikes, that it is changing for the jet engines, but Ukraine continue to use standard piston engine driven drones. Russia launched the ICBM. Moo. It flown to somewhere to the east and landed in the sea, in the ocean. This is clearly the sign of escalation, which is happening right after CIA director visit to Moscow. So it seems like there is no communication or not acceptance by some of the demands or proposals from American side by Putin. Otherwise, we wouldn't see those military exercises happening. This is clearly the sign to American side. Putin is playing with muscles and he wants to intimidate everyone, including USA. Allegedly, if we believe media, John Ratcliffe told to Putin that United States will follow the Article 5, but it seems like Russians, they don't believe in that and they want to escalate, or at least show bluff with the escalation. And here we have the response from Donald Trump in his Truth Social. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Hell yeah. Oh, shit. Guys, the proper decisions should be made. United States should not weaken European part of NATO. There should be cooperation, collaboration, and the presence of kind of the big group of the American soldiers. And that alone would guarantee that Russia will not strike Baltic states, for example. Alright guys, I think that's it for this video, and please check out the link for the Ground News. The Ground News is the only sponsor of my channel and of this video in particular. I trust them and I use their platform a lot in preparation for my videos. Yeah, of course I follow some of the analysts, some of the OSINTs, but the legacy media, they have their own journalists and they have their own insights, so for me it's important to check both legacy media and social media. In this context, the Ground News is the best on the market, so please check out the link. And my friends, I wish you all a peaceful sky wherever you are and have a great time.